Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Far Out Wisdom Podcast. Christmas is over. The new year is approaching. And excuse me, I'm just a little exhausted with everything that has been going on the entire year. But I have been thinking about this problem for quite some time. And that is the idea that, the idea of peace. And I'm not saying that I am a peaceful person, and I'm not saying that I'm a violent person. But what I am saying is that I am the last person to initiate violence, especially when it comes to politics. And with violence increasing over the years after Trump's election. I mean, violence has been happening for years, for centuries. But it is the 21st century, so it's a little weird to see people get attacked for their ideas in the freest country in the world. And I just feel like, I think it was like back in October, I felt like my whole belief system and values, because like I mentioned in my previous podcast about liberalism, that's pretty much what I called myself. I was, like I said, in my, if you go to my YouTube channel, I did talk about that. I'm very pretty much hesitant when it comes to protest, because it's something that I have to really believe in order for me to go out and protest. And that's when I lit the fucking communist flag on fire. That's for another podcast. But it's just that my entire, belief system and values and what my political philosophy teachers taught me and professors taught me in the past about liberalism and how it brought forth the Enlightenment period and things like that. And it was, who wouldn't call themselves a liberal in the British sense? Remember that I'm specifying, okay, the Enlightenment area. And with everything falling down to the fucking ground when it comes to the left, I think to myself, okay, what do I have now? Of course, I'm not angry at anybody in particular. I'm not angry at the world, because if I hold that anger, it's going to breed into resentment, and resentment can lead to violence. And I don't want that to happen. And I asked myself this morning, I said, will it ever get along? Because I finished watching a comedy, and he was saying that Christians are getting persecuted, and then you have the other side, Muslims are getting persecuted, and then you have the other side, blacks are getting killed, then you have the other side, whites are getting killed, And I just think to myself, okay, when will we ever fucking get along? And I don't remember what podcast it was, but it was Brett Weinstein. He said that we are stuck in our evolutionary process. I thought that was interesting when he said that. And I that's what I feel too. I mean, we're going at each other constantly on multiple sides. And, I'm thinking to myself, will there ever be such a thing as world peace? Or are we going to stay in chaos mode? And like I said before, we need another Enlightenment era. And I don't know what it is. I don't even know where to begin to talk about those ideas. And because you have people who are just there's no such thing as too logical. But I think over the years with science, feelings are starting to come into science and start to corrupt the branch. And shit, I really want to explore outer space. I want to meet another being. I want to understand why we still have poverty. I want to understand why do we have homelessness? Why do people want to live the way that they do and things like that? Why do people still kill each other? And I feel like I'm very fucking naive. And everything's starting to hit me in the process. And like I said, I'm not depressed or angry or anything like that. It's just reality, and I accepted that. And this is the process of philosophy where you have to learn everything and start all over again. And that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to kind of understand the bits and pieces of my logic and reasoning over the years. I'm just taking bits and pieces and putting everything back together again and trying to throw ideas that is useless and try to make another idea to replace that old idea, if that makes sense. And I think that's what needs to be done in our society at the moment, is just taking new ideas, or taking ideas and try to debate it to the point where every multiple size is tried to be seen as much as possible from different angles, and try to bring forth a new humanity. And the fucking communists are not making anything any more better. The fucking socialists are not making anything any more better, because they're just bringing an old idea and try to make it more beautiful than it really is, you know? And so it's just stalling. I feel like humanity is stalling at the moment. It's just like, Weinstein said. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I the only one that feels this way, or do you guys agree with what I'm trying to say? Or do you feel exactly how I'm feeling? As always, guys, stay far out. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe we need a new branch of unorthodox individuals to come in and bring forth a new alignment. Who knows? Stay far out, guys. Bye.